The sky is falling, the world is over, and we might as well just pack everything up. I'm just kidding, guys. No, but Nvidia is down 6% today, and we actually hit $140, which is very good for us because we've been wanting to find a solid entry on Nvidia after we had this breakout over the past couple of days. And since the weekly BX made a higher low last week, we thought that there was a chance that Nvidia could continue this move back up to $155 and $170 within the next couple of weeks and months. And even though we have had a pullback, I still think that there's a chance for that. If you've been following us for the past couple of weeks, you know that we were expecting a potential head and shoulders pattern on Nvidia, and this happens when price makes a higher high, then comes down to an equal low, and then makes a higher low. This is normally a sign that price is going to pull back down to $120 or meet a prior low. And instead, that didn't happen. We did sell off, but price bounced early around 126 to 130. From there, price continued to run, and then today we have pulled back significantly, down about 6%. And with this pullback, I am now looking to finally begin a position. Whenever a stock is in an uptrend on a weekly time frame, just like Nvidia is right now, I'm always looking to play the long side. That being said, it just depends on how aggressive I'm going to be based on buying and selling pressure. You can see the areas in which we've marked off green based on the BX trender, which is this indicator at the bottom of your screen. These are all environments in which we are extremely bullish. And in those cases, I will normally just trade shares or I will trade call options. This is what you guys will normally see me put out on the internet is most of these types of positions when I'm trading in these types of environments. And that's not the case. And the BX is making lower highs into lower lows. I'm not going to short the market. But once the stock comes back towards our trend line support, what I will do is sell cash secured puts. Now, if you're somebody who does not know what that means, or you want to learn everything that I know about selling cash secured puts, all the specifics, the exact details that I use to get around 1 to 2% consistent returns each and every single week. But essentially, you are selling a put or a bearish position to somebody. But since you are on the opposite end, you are bullish. And that's exactly what I did today. You'll see within our Discord community, if I go to the $100,000 cash secured put fund, you'll see I took 2 positions on Nvidia today. One was a cash secured put that I sold because at the time I didn't have enough capital to go more than one. The average price or the premium I'm collecting is $1.31. So you have to times that by 100 because we're working with options, which means that I will make $131. If we look at the expiration, you are going to see that it expires the 10th of January, which is 3 days from now, and the strike is $137. Now, the strike is extremely important because that is basically the price that Nvidia has to close above by January 10th. You'll see that Nvidia can actually continue to sell off another 2.2% in the next 3 days, and as long as it closes above 137, I will get to keep the entirety of that premium. Now that's only going to be about a 0.5% return on capital, but I need you to understand how powerful that is. The stock has to drop nearly 2 to 3% just for me to break even. And the worst case scenario, if it does close below 137, is that I'm forced to buy 100 shares of Nvidia at $137. So the worst case, I get Nvidia at an extreme discount within an uptrend, and I get to keep the $131. And I really like this, and as it continued to sell off into the rest of the day, I actually opened 6 more cash secured puts. This time, instead of going with $137 strike, I went with a safer $134 strike. And instead of making $1.31 per contract, I'm making 0.59. So the most I will make on this trade is 0.5%, which is about $500. But once again, the stock has to worst case dump 4% within 3 days, and I will still keep the money. And worst case, I'll be forced to buy 600 shares of Nvidia at $135. So of course, if Nvidia bounces, that's great. I'll make a small amount of money. And the reason that I'm doing this specifically instead of buying shares is because yes, we're in an uptrend and we're making higher lows and now higher highs. But if we look at the daily BX, price is still selling off and has not shown any sign of a potential bounce. And so once we get a higher high on the BX trender once again, I could just continue to sell cash secured puts looking to make 1% to 2% per week. Or what I normally will do is instead stop playing cash secured puts and start trading directional call options, because I know that buyers are stepping in behind this, which will continue to move the stock up. And so in the case of Nvidia, I'm expecting worst case price to pull all the way back down to 137 or 134. If I get a signed, I won't mind. And from there, I think price will most likely bounce, continuing its way back up to 155 and 170 into February. And if Friday things change and we are trading around $135 to $134, then I could also make the decision to just close and take the temporary short-term loss and continue to sell cash secured puts further, maybe down to 130 or 125 until we confirm the bottom. I hope this video helped. If you guys want to get access to all of our free courses, including the cash secured puts course that we talked about here, go ahead and check out all of our free resources. We have over 13 courses and 40 hours of courses and lectures that will teach you everything that I know about trading in my past 10-year journey. Thank you guys for all support. I'll see you